Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Bob Dillard pregame show. The show is brought your way each week at this time on Lebanon Cablevision by Fakes and Hookers, Porter Paint's Decorating Center, the regional headquarters of Aflac located on the Castle Heights campus, Hayes Mirror and Glass with Joe Hayes, Lebanon Mayor Don Fox, Lebanon Heating and Air Conditioning, Don Bennett and James Parkerson. Right now we're going to pick up some plays from last week's game against Riverdale. Coach, we had some success early running against their 5-3.
Yeah, we did. We felt like when they were in that 5-3, we could run right at them. In the first couple of drives, we had some success doing that. We did early.
They take over, and we hit them on the dive play, and Trey Reynolds gets the recovery.
Right. This was a formation that when they got in this formation, we knew what they were going to run, and we ran a stun into it. Trey Reynolds makes a big lick and then gets on the football, and you know, we're in good shape at this point.
Our drive stalls, and we kick a field goal. Zachary puts it through.
Right. We went out and decided that it would be better to get 3 than take a chance on 6 and not get anything, so we did that, and Kyle steps up and punches it through.
We get a good play here from Jeff Gannon, a guy who had been banged up all week.
Right. Jeff, we just found out Friday afternoon that Jeff was going to get to play, and we played him in some spots, and here he does a good job.
Riverdale kicked off a lot, Coach, and they kicked this one down to Griffin, and he gets a pretty good return on it.
Yeah, he gets a decent return here. We had another big return with when they kicked it to Ron C. He brought it up the other sideline, and we had another big return. And our kickoff team has done a good job for us all year long.
We didn't get much on the ground, but here Jade cuts back inside and gets a good run for first down yardage.
Right, as well as they pursued, you know, the cutback, we felt like would give them some trouble.
Here, Riverdale secondary makes a good decision. They go ahead and hit Carson rather than give up the big play.
Right. Elliott was fixing to catch this football, and we get the pass interference call, which gets us down there to where we're in a threatening situation once again, but we just couldn't push it in.
And here Clemens makes a good call, makes a good catch on the quick end.
Right. That's just a slant to Jeff, and he makes a good catch and gets us a first down.
You mentioned Ron C. He had 14 tackles for the game, an interception, and this 54-yard kick return.
Yeah, Ron does a good job here on kickoff return. He just kind of weaves his way and makes a couple of nice moves and gets us a big kickoff return and gets us back down in good field position. But again, we fail to get the football in the end zone.
Coach, we mentioned last week in this segment that mistakes against Riverdale would be magnified and they would probably lead to points, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, that's true, Tommy. You know, we're driving after we get the pass interference call, and we have a blown blocking assignment, and they bring a linebacker and hit Jason in the back, and we turn the football over, and they get points off of that. And it's just you can't play a football team of Riverdale's caliber and make mistakes and expect to be in the ball game.
After seeing them live in person, I don't know that I've seen a team with that great overall speed like they've got.
Well, they have great speed. There's no question about that. And we knew going into the ball game that if things were, if we could keep it close for a while, that we had a good shot. But that if they got to rolling on us, that they'd be hard to stop. And that's what happened. And we had trouble stopping them. And
we talked like the momentum of the game would be almost what you'd see in a basketball game. Things were tooling along there at 17-3, and then all of a sudden it was like the bubble burst, and here they came.
Right. You know, once they got rolling, and you know, we substituted some late in the ball game, and they got on a roll, and they were hard to stop.
That game behind us, a loss on the board, but the important game that we've got to worry about is the Buccaneers of Beech roll in here for a big football game, a game the Blue Devils want to win, because we want to go into the playoffs with some momentum.
Right. I think you know, it's very important that we win, that we win this ball game. We've got you know, we've been wounded and we were embarrassed last week, and we're playing with our pride at stake, and we've got to come back and go to war. And Beech is bringing a good football team to town. I don't know if people are aware of the quality of team that Beech has, but they've got good people and they've got a good football team.
good running backs, a quarterback that's more than capable. They're capable of putting a lot of points on the board.
Yeah, they are. They put a lot of points on the board against everybody they've played. They've given up several points also, but they do have a good offensive football team. I don't think we've faced two backs on the same team that are the quality that Beech has. We faced two good backs in Rob and Duke, but Beech has two guys that both are able to hurt you.
What are going to be some of the keys defensively to stopping that wing tee attack?
Well, that wing tee is based on misdirection and angle blocking and that type of thing. So we've got to read our keys and go to the football and let our keys take us to the football instead of looking in the backfield and trying to find it back there. I think that's going to be important. And another big key, something that I didn't feel like we did well last week, was tackling. I thought we had a lot of poor tackling, and we've got to be able to do a better job tackling this week if we want to shut them down.
Defensively, they operate out of a 4-3 look, something we haven't seen a lot of this year.
This is the first time that we've played a 4-3 football team. They move around some and they shift and get into a 50 look at times. So we're going to be blocking something that we haven't blocked all year.
Coach, good luck to you and the Blue Devils. We know we're going to Chattanooga.
Right.
This game is pretty much going to determine who we play in Chattanooga.
Yeah, that's right. This game, we're going to either play Soddy Daisy or Red Bank, and the outcome of our game with Beech is going to determine whether we play the winner of the Soddy Daisy Red Bank game or the loser of the Soddy Daisy Red Bank game. So it's we know where we're going. We just need to go out and have a good effort and go into the playoffs with some momentum.
Stay tuned for the Lebanon High Beech Buccaneer game after this timeout. You've been listening to the Bob Dillard pregame show here on Lebanon Cablevision, brought your way by Lebanon Heating and Air, Lebanon Mayor Don Fox, Hayes Mirror and Glass, Aflac's Regional Headquarters, Fakes and Hookers Porter Paints Decorating Center.
Glennis Videos, in association with Lebanon Cablevision, presents Lebanon Blue Devil Football with your announcer Tommy Bryan, play-by-play by Sam Axley, statistician Terry Stafford, and your on-the-field reporter John Bryan.
Welcome to Noakes Lassiter Field. It's the season finale home game for the Lebanon Blue Devils as they take on the Beech Buccaneers. This game important in the state playoffs. Winner of this game is third in the region. The loser is fourth and has to play the #1 team from Chattanooga, and we will bring you that game next week as we will be on the road. Plug real quick is, don't forget, football getting near the end of the season, but Lebanon Cablevision will have basketball coming up for you, as myself and Larry Tomlinson will be doing 11 Lebanon High School basketball games, all the regular season home games, and you can catch those same time, same place on Lebanon Cablevision. We'll be back with the start of the Lebanon Beech game in just a moment.
This broadcast is brought to you by the following Blue Devil supporters.
Welcome to Noakes Lassiter Field for tonight's Region 4 5A contest between your Lebanon High School Blue Devils and the Buccaneers from Beech High School out of Hendersonville. Tonight, our officials for the evening's contest is Joe Gill, linesman, Corky Cross, line judge, Gary Eakes, the referee, Jim Ward, the back judge, David Baltimore, the umpire, and Robert Hibbett, ECO. Now to Gary Eakes for the toss of the coin.
In the air, please. He called tails. What is it? It's heads, so Lebanon has won the toss. You have the option of deferring to the second half, receiving the opening kickoff, choosing a goal to defend, or choosing to kick off. Defer to the second half, okay. Blue won the toss.
Lebanon has won the toss, and they've elected to defer.
Ball, okay. Which way are you kicking it? That way. Would you stand over there?
And Lebanon's kicking it with the wind, so we'll be defending the north end zone. Tommy, Sam, Terry, back up to you.
Thanks, John. Lebanon and Beech squaring off in the regular season finale. Lebanon comes into this football game 6-3 on the year, 5-2 in Region 4 5A. Beech comes in 6-3. They have a 4-3 record. The winner of this football game will be the number 3 team in the region. The winner of this football game will play at the loser of Red Bank and Soddy Daisy next week. And here come the Blue Devils. Through the band and a line of students. Lebanon dressed out in the white helmets, blue jerseys, white pants, under the direction of first-year head coach Bob Dillard. Beech across the way, dressed in the white helmets, white jerseys, orange pants, dark blue numerals in trim, under the direction of Roger Holmes. He's in his 4th year as the head coach of the Buccaneers. He's got a record of 18-21 overall. Last year, the Blue Devils knocked off Beech 25-7 in Hendersonville on a cold, windy night. We've got the wind tonight, but nowhere near that cold temperature. Very pleasant out here, but a strong wind blowing out of the south, and Lebanon will kick off with that wind at their backs. Lebanon has 2 kickers in the game once again, like we did last week, Jody Atwood and Kyle Zachary. Atwood, the conventional straightaway kicker, Zachary, the soccer-style kicker. A lot on the line tonight for both these football teams. Beech needs a win to stay alive to assure that they will make it to the playoffs. Lebanon has a spot locked up, but the Blue Devils want to go as that number 3 football team. And here we go in the regular season finale. Here with a play-by-play call is Sam Axley.
Thank you, Tommy. Zachary and Atwood both line up to kick the ball off. Deep for Beech is David Corlew and Eugene Shaw standing at their own 5-yard line. The official blows the whistle. We're ready for action, and it will be Atwood kicking the ball, taken at the 8-yard line by Corlew. He's got a little bit of room, 25-30, and just shy of the Buccaneer 30-yard line as Beech will go on offense. As Tommy told you, 6-3 overall on the season. They are 4-3 in the region. They will be led out by their junior quarterback, number 11, Michael Harris, as they will run a wing T formation behind Harris. Davis, the fullback, Corlew and Sadler will be the main backs. Corlew in motion. They will give it to the second back through. That is Sadler up over the 30, near the 33-yard line, so 3.5, almost 4 yards on that carry.
Sam, a young football team, this Beech Buccaneer bunch. Their backfield completely underclassmen, no seniors in the backfield, only 1 senior in the offensive line from tackle to tackle. They've got a senior tight end. This is a football team that's dropping down to 4A for the next 2 years.
Second down and right at 7 for Beech. Single back, 2 wings, as they will give it again. The second man through, breaks a tackle, is Corlew over the 35 to the 36, and is wrapped up and taken down there.
Ron C. on the stop, and last week, folks, Ron C. was in on 14 tackles from that free safety position. He's a kid that doesn't mind coming up and putting his head right in the middle.
So third down and a long 3 for Beech. They will send 2 wide receivers to the near side, Shaw and Mulligan, as they keep the wing T in the backfield. They will give it, run the option, toss it to the back. He will get the first down. See a dragging tackle on the ankle of Sadler. He gets over the 45 out to the 48-yard line, and that's enough for the first down, Tommy.
This is a football team that can put points on the board. Their problem all year has been giving up touchdowns. They've given up 22 points a football game. They're averaging just over 28 points a game.
So first and 10 for Beech as the ball at their own 48-yard line. As wing formation to the right. Quarterback turns and gives it to the tailback. Straight play. Good run by Corlew. Puts his head down and runs over Phillips down to the 42, almost the 40-yard line of Lebanon. That's good, Terry, for another first down.
11 more yards.